disrespectful way. Like, you coming at my mom's, fam. Like, I'm not finna take it light on you. So, damn the destruction. I'm gonna rip your face off. You coming at mom's. What's good, everybody? My name is Corey with Whole Views, coming back to talk to you about my look back at Man of Steel. I'm doing a little look back at the Snyderverse. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of those Snyderverse videos before we see the Justice League Snyder Cut come out very, very soon. So this is my look back at Man of Steel, though. So looking back at Man of Steel, I feel like that movie was amazing. I think at the time I might have said it was a 9 out of 10, like almost one of the perfect comic book movies. There were only a few things that I would have liked to see differently done in that film, but overall I feel like there were 3 things that people kind of missed or like interpreted wrong or didn't enjoy when it came to that film, because it's only a really good film in a small crowd of people. Most people kind of felt mixed about it. So here's my breakdown as far as like what I saw that people didn't like that I just didn't even notice. Starting off with the messianic characterization of Kal-El Superman. Kal-El has always been a messianic figure, and the parallels between him and a Messiah kind of start even at his birth. Like, Jesus was immaculately conceived. Kal-El was like a miracle baby in this film. Like, there had never been a natural birth in so long in Krypton, like first live birth in 100 years or something like that. So it was a big deal that he was even born the way he was born. And again, parallels to Jesus, like miracle baby in both situations. I see the scenes that people like to refer to as the messianic like messaging scenes. Like, you have the underwater scene after the rig explodes and stuff, and you see a few other shots throughout the film where it's like him in front of a stained glass talking to a priest, or it's like him floating in this cross pose, and it's like people saw that and it's like, oh, it's the messianic messaging that they're sending with Kal-El. And like, I see that and I understand that, but at the same time it's like, it ain't nothing that really bothered me or made me see anything negative about the film. I actually have a friend who's a pastor. I was gonna get him on and we was gonna sit down and kind of like watch the scenes together. Him being a pastor, I wanted to see his take on it, and like, yo, did you even notice this? Because when we talked about Superman, he and I, very recently, he was like, nah, the last Superman I saw was Man of Steel. It was dope. It was pretty good. And that's from an actual Christian pastor who's like on a staff and preaches from a stage. So I don't know where people get that message of messianic savior complex throughout the film. I don't feel like it was throughout the film. I kind of counted it in about 3 or 4 places, and it wasn't a big enough deal to really derail the movie for me. I felt like it was fine. So another thing that people really didn't like much about this film, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, is that the issue with the destruction, the massive amounts of destruction throughout the film. And I get that. I understand that. This movie like destroyed most of Metropolis. It destroyed a large section of Smallville in the Kent farm. It was a rough movie at that point. But you gotta understand a few things. First, Clark is like Superman for what, 10-20 minutes or maybe a full day before the Kryptonians show up. And like, when he first encounters them, like, they're threatening his mom. Like, you're not gonna sit here and threaten my mom's, fam. Like, you're gonna have problems if those things happen. Like, I'm not gonna be out here pulling my punches, you know, for the sake of protection of private property. Like, I'm gonna be out here like trying to rip people's faces off. You putting your hands on moms. So I felt him in that regard. If you really watch closely, you gotta watch hard to catch it. But he really did. Kal-El Superman, Clark really did care about the safety of others. But he did it in such quick passing. Like, as he walked down the street to a fight, like, he looked and said, hey, get inside. Like, that was it. There was nothing like huge. I think he did do a bit to stop the destruction in other parts of the movies and save some lives. But it was mainly like the walk up on Smallville, and then like the saving the family at the end, having to take that step of killing Zod on, like, again, during your first full day, full 72 hours at least as Superman, like you having to kill somebody. That's a pretty big deal, which is, I mean, I'm gonna hit on that later, but it's the idea that other people's safety and saving people didn't seem like his primary mission, and I feel that, but it also wouldn't be as big of a deal if he wasn't fighting such a determined and deadly opponent that was like coming at him in such a physical disrespectful way. Like, you coming at my mom's, fam. Like, I'm not finna take it light on you. So, damn the destruction. I'm gonna rip your face off if you coming at mom's. The third point was about the serious tone of the film that people didn't care for. And I want to say this about the tone. Like, yes, he wasn't walking around cracking jokes and you know, whipping out one-liners and things like that. But something that people need to understand is this. The scene that I'm showing right now is a scene that was a tearjerker for many people, my parents included. Like, my mother and father both said, like, I teared up right here, son. Like, I teared up. And the reason why is that both their parents are gone. So them, you know, having lost parents and having buried parents, you know, processing this film and looking at it, they seeing like, yo, his father is willing to die to hide his identity. His father is willing to die to protect him. And he has, as the son, has to let his father die. Like, you know, as my parents, they watched, you know, they didn't willingly let this happen. They didn't want their parents to go and they went. But they did, right? So if your parent dies to keep you from doing something, to protect you or shield you from something, only for you to later embrace that same thing they were shielding you from, it might cause a bit of difficulty when carrying out the actions that they kind of wanted you not to do. You know what I mean? I do feel like, you know, if you watch and you listen to Kevin Costner's Papa Kent, you know, you listen to him closely, he does seem like he wants his son to embrace his powers and who he is at some point, but not too soon. And he was willing to die to protect the timing of it. Like, yo, this is not the time. You're not gonna reveal yourself for my sake, which is crazy. And when you have that happen and then later on you embrace it, it's like, man, every time I put on this suit now, I'm reminded of what my father sacrificed for me to do this comfortably, do this when I was ready. I can't see that person walking around smiling all the time, or walking around like chipper and cracking jokes like he's Tony Stark. I just don't see that happening. And I very much understood the directing choice to make this more somber and a little bit more serious, because, yo, man, my family died for this. Like, you know, this is a big deal. This is not a joke out here. So I felt that. Now, am I saying that I always want the super downer, super serious Clark Kent Superman? Absolutely not. I do believe that he could be cheerful, or he could have been more cheerful if the Zack Snyder verse had continued as planned, as well as if we'd have saw more of him being Superman. Like, not just first day, first year Superman, but, you know, you give him some time doing this thing, I can imagine him being chipper. But in the first week, he's not gonna be walking around smiling so big like he can eat a banana sideways. Like, he's not gonna do that on the first week of wearing this suit. That's like a reminder that, hey, you know, I don't have my alien family because the planet blew up. Hey, I don't have my earthly father no more because he gave his life so I could do this when I felt like it. Like, I get that you want to be, you know, a little bit more serious, a little bit more well thought out. Eventually he can turn into the big blue boy Scott, but, you know, in the first week, I feel the serious face that you're giving me. So I was with it. I love The Man of Steel. I thought it was a great film. I did not think it deserved to be called divisive. I did not feel like there was any debate necessary about whether it was good or not. That was a very good movie at the time. It still stands up right now. Like, I put it on recently to take my notes and, you know, get my little clips, and I'm like, yo, this thing is dumb entertaining. Like, still very, very good. So that's my thoughts on that. Can't wait to see that Snyder Cut dropping. I'm gonna get on here and talk about as much as I can with you guys as soon as I can. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't so far. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, come back and check out more videos.